Reading YAH'S Word. Job, chapter 31. And it says, I made a covenant with my eyes. Why then should I think upon a maid? For what portion of Yahweh is there from above? And what inheritance of the Almighty from on high? It's not destruction to the wicked, and a strange punishment to the workers of iniquity. Doth not he see my ways, and count all my steps? If I have walked with vanity, or if my foot have hasted to deceit, let me be weighed in an even balance, that Yahweh may know my integrity. If my step have turned out of the way, and my heart walked after mine eyes, and if any blot have cleaved to my hands, then let me sow, and let another eat. Yea, let my offspring be rooted out. If my heart have been deceived by a woman, or if I have laid wait at my neighbor's door, then let my wife grind unto another, and let others bow down upon her. For this is an heinous crime, yea, it is an iniquity to be punished by the judges. For it is a fire that consumeth to destruction, and would root out all mine increase. If I despise the cause of my manservant, or of my maidservant, when they contended with me, what then shall I do when Yahweh riseth up? And when he investigates, what shall I answer him? Did not he that made me in the womb make him? And did not one fashion us up in the womb? If I withheld the poor from their desire, or have caused the eyes of the widow to fail, or have eaten my morsel myself alone, and the fatherless have not eaten thereof. For from my youth he was brought up with me, as with a father, and I have guided her from my mother's womb. If I have seen any perish for want of clothing, or any poor without covering, if his loins have not berooked me, and if he were not warmed with the fleece of my sheep, if I have lifted up my hand against the fatherless when I saw my help in the gate, then let my arm fall from my shoulder blade, and my arm be broken from the bone. For destruction from Yahweh was a terror to me, and by reason of his highness I could not endure. If I have made gold my hope, or have said to the fine gold, thou art my confidence. If I rejoiced because my wealth was great, and because my hand had gotten much. If I beheld the sun when it shined, or the moon walking in brightness, and my heart had been secretly enticed, or my mouth have kissed my hand, this also were an iniquity to be punished by the judge, for I should have denied the Elohim that is above. If I rejoiced at the destruction of him that hated me, or lifted up myself when evil found me, neither have I suffered my mouth to sin by wishing a curse to his soul. If the men of my tent said not, oh, is there one who is not satisfied with his provision? The stranger did not lodge in the street, by open my doors to the traveler. If I covered my transgressions like a common man, by hiding my iniquity in my bosom. Did I fear a great multitude, or did the contempt of families terrify me, that I kept silence and went not out of the door? Oh, that one would hear. Behold, my desire is that the Almighty would answer me, and that my adversary had written a book. Surely I would take it upon my shoulder and bind it as a crown to me. I would declare to him the number of my steps. As a prince would I go near unto him. If my land cry against me, or that the pharaohs likewise thereof complain, if I have eaten the fruits thereof without money, or have caused the owners thereof to lose their life, let thistles grow instead of wheat, and cockle instead of barley. The words of Job are ended. Hallelujah. Reading YAH'S Word.